We are going to be speaking with Panther, our migration lead, Nikki, our king, with our new alliance migrating in 2285 AD or 8085, I believe. And representing them is Aries. So I just want to get over kind of the rationale behind the decision making from the 2268 side. So I'm going to call on Nikki. I guess my question to you is, why is 2268 aiming to be Imperium? Like, why did we, I guess, look for another alliance to migrate in?
So in our previous KVK in the Strife of Faith, we were with, I believe, 5 Imperiums, and usually in Strife, the map positioning is based off of power and activity, and we just so happened to get placed in the position of Imperium. Well, that should have been for an Imperium. And when we faced the second seed of that KVK, which was 1664, it was an uphill battle. Like, we definitely didn't have the bodies to contend with them. And because of how Lilith positioned us on the map and our seeding right now, it's obvious that we're going to be facing imps in the future, and we might as well be more capable to face them in the upcoming KVKs. So that's why we decided, we should look for a merger.
To recap what Nikki said is, we are versing Imperiums anyways as an high aid the way we are, and we just wanted extra hands. Might as well, if we're gonna face Imperiums, might as well face them with people that with a good group of people that we know can fight and that we know can hold their weight, which is for sure what AD 85 has done. So I'm gonna move this over to Panther. So like, explain the process yourself. Like, how did this happen? How did you get into talks with AD 85? I guess like Aries could also jump in too, and like, just kind of the process behind this whole I guess migration.
2285 and us, we've been very good friends since our KVK2. In our KVK2, they were our enemies, and then on KVK3 we were allies. Since KVK2, there was an idea floating around between us that we're eventually gonna do a merger. So it just took a while, but we got it together. After this KVK, I've been Mega, who's also part of 2285 leadership, and Eris. Both of them, we started talking, and then one thing led to another, and then boom, we're here.
Yeah, I'd say just to add to that as well. So we had that relationship, and we knew we got on really well, and our mindsets kind of aligned as well. So that was a big contributor, because we'd also discussed the potential of a merger at some point, but it was just kind of an idea floating around. And then so that's why it was a big contributor to our decision. The original idea was to kind of chill out and not be in leadership because we'd been playing for so long. But then mid KVK2, when we were facing 2268 actually, in Zone 5, 2 of the kings that were leading the kingdom decided to basically migrate mid KVK.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, because for context, we were versing each other during that time. We were in a zone. I think it was us and 2281 versus you guys, the 2285. I think you guys were, what's the pre-SOC Imperium? It's like Rising Star or whatever it's called. So you guys are,
yeah.
And then so we versed each other, and then we heard that your leadership migrated out in the middle of the fight. I'm like, dang, that's wild.
Yeah.
But
tell me about it. It was literally the plan to come and relax, and it was just the opposite of that. I think in the first week. In the first week I ended up in council, and that's just because I saw that the organization wasn't great, and I obviously wanted the guys that had come with me to have a good kingdom that they enjoyed, so I wanted to help fix some things.
100%. Yeah, like if you're already there, you bring a group there, you kind of feel obligated as the person that invited them. I guess that's your role, right? You kind of invited them to the KD. So yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Understandable why you took a leadership position. Yeah. Hey,
so then we've been in leadership there from KVK2 until KVK6 now. KVKs, so this I would say our first season of Conquest KVK, that was with 2260, and with 1601 and with 1008. So the Korean Imperium Kingdom, or not anymore, but they were.
108.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one hurt because it was our first season of Conquest KVK, and we were facing one of the oldest kingdoms in the game.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's always tough. Like, especially with our first SOC, especially our first strife. Actually, was you just really feel the credit diff, the shell diff. So 100% understandable. And then Panther, what shell are they taking? They're taking they're gonna be
so
in...
they'll be taking over, well, merging basically with TP68.
Got it.
Yeah, so that used to be one of our main alliance that we were gonna use as a sub, but 8580 came into rescue, yo. So we're back to 3 main shells.
Yeah, imagine we merged 2 of our shells together to be a 2 alliance KD, and then we're migrating in somewhere in the same KVK. I mean, same off season. So
That's all right. Spoiler alert: we're getting another one next season. Let's go.
oh my goodness. Well, all right. Well, looks like we're gonna have to have another stream for that one. But I guess going to is Nikki still here? Nikki, are you still here? This guy's in like silent.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just...
I guess I want to ask from your perspective as king, like what so I guess our new system's going to be 3 mains and then 2 supports. Like we're just adding another main alliance into our, I guess, fold. Is that what's going on?
It's gonna be 3 mains and 1 support alliance.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
Okay. Got it. Alrighty. So it's gonna be super exciting. We have a lot of new bodies, a lot of new people.
85 just didn't bring in manpower. They actually did bring in a bunch of people that are like, heavy hitters as well, like Keynes.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at him.
Yeah, so Keynes normally, like, even when we're in KVK2, this guy drops like 150 million power every KVK. So like for him, like having people like that, that's like a big boost to our kingdom. It also helps like people like Peace and to like compete. Gives chance for growth for pretty much every alliance.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I can add to some numbers from our group. So at the moment, our group size is around 65, I believe. It's around 75, but 65 migrating in now. There's like 10 that will be joining us after KVK. Okay. And then just kind of looking at the numbers. So power-wise, altogether it's about 4.8 billion, but that obviously doesn't all count towards the top 300. That's just raw power.
Yeah.
And then kind of looking at kill points, the average kill points is 2.1. Yeah, 2.1 billion.
Sheesh. And how many people again? You said
65.
How many people are migrating? 65. Average of 2.1 bill KP is super solid. What the heck?
Yeah, and altogether, so kill points wise, it's about 150 billion kill points across 65 people.
Got it. Wow. Yeah, super impressive. So yeah, I guess like you guys are bringing in the heavy hitters for sure. I guess going to Nikki. So this is gonna affect obviously our KVK schedule as a KD, because I believe we were initially planning to go on the 28th pop. Like, does this change our KD in terms of like our KVK planning? Like, what are we planning as a KD to do going forward as to prepare for this huge migration? And I guess, yeah.
So originally we were planning on going in on the 28th.
Yeah.
But since 85 is coming in now, we're gonna do one more skip, so it gives them more time to rebuild their resource counts.
Is there anything else you guys want to bring up? Like, is there anything you want to?
I'd say last thing, I just wanted to, I guess this is also for the members of kind of 2268, and I know I can imagine some people being a bit kind of skeptical of this random group coming in and kind of what's going to happen, but I think our goal is just to merge with you guys, become one family within 2268. It's like the same, like we're going into the TP shell, but our idea isn't to just take over. We want to obviously adapt and adapt to how you guys do things as well, and then just kind of bring in the experience that we have and add to what you already have within 2268.
Yeah, that's a great mindset to come into the KD with, and I'm sure, you know, I will accept you guys with open arms and everything, and it's just gonna be, it's not only about you guys, I guess, adjusting to us, but I believe our leadership is also super excited to work with you guys and adjust to what you guys need as well, right? It's like it's not like a take and take, it's more like a give and take between both groups, and by the time, you know, next KVK comes around, maybe it's not even seen as two different groups anymore, but one entity as 2268, and that's ultimately the goal, right? So definitely thank you guys so much for coming to the stream, Aries. Welcome to the KD 85 AD or 80 85. Wait, which one is it? 80, I mean
85 AD.
85 85 AD 85 AD. All right, 85 AD. Welcome to the KD. Super excited to have you guys for sure. Gonna be a big bolster to, you know, our front lines, and you guys are garrisons and rallies too, so it's just gonna make us even more capable to punch back at some of the Imperiums